Any amount of money allowing the indefinite perpetuation of wealth necessary to maintain a desired lifestyle without needing employment or assistance from anyone is known as FU money. So go out and make as much money as you damn well want and live your life as you damn well please. Hey, what's up? It's Gene Clark, and today's video is on the book FU Money by Dan the Man Locke. Now, warning for all those watching this book contains language that may not be suitable for the easily offended, and this book is written for those that want more of anything, and they don't feel guilty about it. And if you feel that guilt, that is holding you back. It's really funny how this book starts out, because in the intro section, Dan just goes all in on the entire self-help community and just starts ripping everyone in all the subgenres. Maybe that's new age, maybe that's mindset. Those are the business gurus, the financial gurus, and it's a breath of fresh air because some of those books are absolute garbage, and everybody kind of talks about the stigma around self-help books, and so it's refreshing to have one that recognizes that. Before we jump into the summary of this book, I want to go ahead and start out by giving you some of my favorite quotes from FU Money, and I'm going to start doing this with all my books because I want you to be able to take these quotes and use them in your commonplace book. So let me give you my 6 favorite from FU Money. The first one is, it's better to be hated than ignored, and all of these are from Dan except this very next one, which is, man's mind stretched to a new idea never goes back to its original dimensions. And that is Oliver Wendell Holmes Jr. I don't know the surefire way to success, but I know the surefire way to failure, and that is to try to please everyone. Money gives you freedom to make choices. Money is not evil. Money just emphasizes who you are. It makes a good person better. It makes a bad person worse. And last up, you don't have to get it right. You just have to get going. And one more thing before we hop into the summary. If you want to get on the journey to your FU money, go ahead and sign up for the app Webull. Webull right now is giving away 2 free stocks to anybody that downloads and deposits $100 within 30 days. I'm going to leave a link in the description and in the comment section. Click that link, get your 2 free stocks, and start investing so you can get on the way to your FU money. I already gave you the official definition of FU money in the intro, but what's the fun definition? The fun definition is your enough is enough money. When you can say FU to anyone you want, when you have the freedom from needing a job, freedom from stressing about money, freedom from debt, and freedom to choose how to spend your time and your money. Dan does a great job of setting expectations early. He lets you know that this book isn't full of all the answers. It's just going to be a guide. He's going to offer you some information. He's going to offer you some tools, but you're the one who has to accept these tools, but really change your mindset to be able to go on this journey to obtain your FU money. Dan also offers assignments pretty much at the end of every chapter throughout the book, where he gives you questions or he asks you to go do activities in relation to whatever that chapter is talking about. And I think that's really great. I didn't used to always be a write in the book kind of person, but I've gotten more comfortable with that over the years. And now I really feel like when I write in a book, I used to think that was damaging the book and that was the wrong thing to do. But now I've gotten to the point where I feel like I'm interacting with the author. I think that's why so many authors have started having those note sections in the book at the end of each chapter, not just at the end of the book. And I just feel like that's having a conversation, that's interacting with the author, and Dan encourages that. As you're reading the book, Dan gives you a number of his money myths, such as money is the root of all evil, you have to be lucky to be rich, you have to pinch pennies to be rich, a clear shot at Dave Ramsey, or that it takes a long time to get rich. Dan is all about the get rich quick life. But you've got to take that with a grain of salt, because the get rich slow lifestyle that he talks about is the one we all know. That's saving for retirement. That's putting away money in your 401k, your IRA, and saving it for a rainy day. And 30 or 40 years after doing this, well, you can finally retire when you've hit your late 50s, early to mid 60s, maybe even in your 70s. So don't roll your eyes when I say Dan is into the get rich quick lifestyle. It's not the, hey, in 30 days you can make $10,000. No, it's let me better put my money to use and I can get rich in 3 to 7 to 10 years. No, it's not exactly an overnight success. It's not exactly those ads you see on YouTube for get rich quick schemes, easy for me to say, but it is much, much faster than that 30 to 40 years of building that nest egg and FU money. If you want to get rich and you don't want to do it in 30 to 40 years, Dan has one suggestion, and that is to start a business, because starting a business has 3 aspects to it: cash now, cash monthly, and cash in the future. Because the real purpose of a business is to support you and make you rich. That may sound a little greedy, but that doesn't make it wrong. One of the best owners I ever have worked for has this saying where he says, "This is a business. This is not an academic exercise, but a for-profit enterprise. We are not a charity. We are here to make money." So make a list of the 5 activities that make you or your company the most money, and only do those 5 activities. Become an expert in those areas. Use that expertise to go out and create a business. Towards the end of the book, Dan gives us his kind of life along the way and his journey to FU money, how he started out going from a low-paying job and finding a mentor in a field he was really interested in, then slowly branching out and taking on clients in copywriting, that was the field, and doing a little bit of consulting work, and then slowly starting to build his own company, and then writing a book, using that book not just for revenue from the book, but as a way to gain new clients, and then growing a website and growing a following and creating a newsletter so he had access to all these people. These are all great tips on building a brand, building a business, and a great way that he shows you how you can go from working your 9-to-5 job to owning your own business, and do it, again, slowly, but also much faster, a much faster path to getting rich than a 30 to 40 year journey of putting so much away in your 401k every single paycheck. One of the things Dan does at the very end of the book that was so great is the entire time he's been building up, having a newsletter, having an email list so you can directly reach out to your customers. And at the very end, he tells you, oh, hey, and you can go sign up for a great community of people that have read FU Money, of people that are on this journey. Go to my website, enter your email, and you can connect with all these people. A great way to, again, build a list of people that are interested in his book, are interested in this lifestyle, would like to have that interaction, but also a community that has already purchased something from him and is likely to purchase something from him again. In reading FU Money, I did come up with 3 morsels of information that really, really stuck with me that I wanted to share with all of you. Morsel number 1, set a daily income goal. You know, a lot of us think about our financial goals, our money goals, our income goals in terms of the big picture. I want to have this much money saved. I want to make this much money a year, or I want to make this much money a month. And what we need to focus on is the micro. Set a daily goal. And if you get to the point where you're hitting your goals, or maybe you're selling a product or something online that's working 24/7, set an hourly goal. I don't know how you can do this, but Try to set an hourly goal. Every hour you want to sell so many products that are going to make you so much money. To put everything in perspective, if you are selling 24/7 on your website and you want to make $1 million a year, that comes to $115 an hour. That sounds very manageable. Not something you can manage each hour, which is why I think Dan makes it a daily goal, because at some point you do have to sleep. So $115 an hour is $1 million a year. If you want to scale that back though, and let's say you want to do some consulting work, you still want to have time, take a vacation a couple of times a year, you don't want to work every single day. If you work 4 days a week, take a couple of weeks off a year, all you need to do is charge $1,000 a day, and that's going to give you 200 grand a year. So keeping these daily income goals in mind is going to be the best way for you to get on the path to FU money. Once you have that number, you just got to work backwards on how to get that number per day. And that way you can figure out how you want to live, the lifestyle you want to lead, and you can figure out what goods and services you can offer to hit those numbers. Morsel number 2, Dan gives us his 9 characteristics of an ideal business. Those 9 are: number 1, do what you love. Number 2, you want a stable, growing, and long-term demand to be happening for this business idea. A proven business. Sell what people are already buying. Don't try to be the next Facebook. So many of those type of companies don't make it. Number 3, be portable. You want to be able to work from anywhere and therefore sell to anyone. Number 4, a high profit margin business. We aren't talking 5 to 20%. We're talking 100% to 500%. Number 5, you want scalability. You want the ability to be able to sell more products and services. Number 6, low startup cost. A few $1,000s at the most to get started. You don't want to have to go into debt to start your business. Think outside the box. Think of something that's cheap and easy. Number 7, along those same lines, requires little to no staff. Staff is a problem. Staffing is almost always a business's largest expense, so that's going to keep your expenses low. Also, you're going to have to deal with employees if you have staff. That is one of the most complex issues out there as well. Number 8, we're staying with this theme, low overhead. Number 9, money coming in while you sleep. Like I mentioned in that hourly goal, $115 an hour makes you $1 million a year. You want money coming in while you sleep. And all of these things lead to you starting an internet-based business. Start doing work in your spare time, continue working at it, and then once it generates twice whatever your current job is paying with you, that's when you can quit. But if you've got the ability to continue working while this business is running, while this business is making you money, and you can stock more and more of all that income away, that's going to help you get to your FU money goal faster. And when you're ready, when the time comes, that's when you can quit your regular job if you want to, if you need to. But again, the longer you can work both systems and you can have both streams of income, the better your chances of getting to that FU money are going to become. And finally, morsel number 3, Dan's 7 golden keys. I'm going to make a separate video diving into this a little bit deeper because I do think it is a great morsel. It is great information. But I'm going to give you those 7 golden keys right now. Golden key number 1, the market comes first. Golden key number 2, create a simple, easy to navigate website that sells. Golden key number 3, build a business, not a money maker. Number 4, create multiple income streams within your business. Golden key number 5, leverage the time and resources of others. And number 6, use your personality to sell. And finally, golden key number 7, position your business for automatic growth. My final thoughts on the book are that FU money is not for everybody. Like we talked about in The Miracle Morning, 95% of everybody is broke. There's only 5% that are going to be able to be financially stable, and 1% are going to be able to obtain that FU money. So I would say this book is maybe for the 5% total out there. And that's really important to understand. So it's really for those that want to be financially secure and are going to have these principles in their life, whether they pursue that FU money or not. I really enjoyed Dan's insights and his views on a lot of things. I really liked that in the book, he said one of the best investments you can make outside of money is investing in your own personal growth and development. Very, very important. And that is the best way to create FU money. And the second best way is to invest your money and make it work for you, which you can do by clicking the link down below and setting up your account with Webull. Deposit $100, get 2 free stocks. You don't even have to buy any with the $100 you deposit. A few negative things about the book, contradictions, if you will, from that intro section where Dan, again, just bashes on so many subsets of the self-help book genre. But then he goes in and he starts to ask you to visualize yourself with all this FU money. Tells you you've got to get in the right mindset to make FU money. 2 things that clearly contradict what he was against earlier in the book. And then he goes on to talk about setting up an automated system, charging a premium so you don't have to sell as many products. Things Tim Ferriss talks about in the 4-Hour Work Week. And then at the very end of the book, he goes on to praise 2 very well-known authors in Tony Robbins and Robert Kiyosaki for how they've gone about becoming experts in their field and really elevating themselves and their brand through their books and through their messaging. A few contradictions there, but I think we can all get past that. Dan goes on to issue a challenge to everybody as soon as they finish the book. He says, you've got 24 hours now. You've just finished this book. If you don't start in the next 24 hours, you're not going to make it on your journey of FU money. He tells you, go out and get started. So I'm going to issue the same challenge. Within 24 hours of watching this video, go out and do something. Take that first step towards your FU money if you haven't already. And leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you're trying to do. Let everybody know. Let's get this community going. What business are you trying to start? What consulting work are you trying to give out? What service, what product? Let us know down below. We'll all go check out each other's businesses and side hustles and see what we can do to support one another. Thank you for watching this video all the way till the end. If you enjoyed it, which I think you did if you made it this far, go ahead and click on this playlist right here. That is going to be a number of videos on financial self-help books. And if you just enjoy self-help books in general, go ahead and click this playlist right here, and that's going to cover all the books we've done on this channel.